folks, we'll be right with you in just a moment. Just waiting for folks to join here. We are streaming on both Instagram and on YouTube. So here we are. Still just gonna wait here for a moment for folks to join. I'm gonna get out. I've got a nosy little security guard out here. They don't smile, they just sit there and stare. So we'll wait and see what happens. But I would like to get some more folks up in here. I know this is an unusual time for us to start here at just about 4 p.m. But we're very grateful for everyone being here and joining us. On the Vegas Dawn channel. On both YouTube and Instagram. Very, very grateful. You can see Mandalay Bay and Luxor right there in front of us, along with the W Hotel, formerly the Delano, and the Luxor in its pyramidal splendor just behind that, and Cosmo. As well as the Rio. You can see the very top of the Rio over there off to the left. I'm going to try and see. I know Instagram is giving me issues here with my orientation, and I can't seem to, it won't let me do, let me see if I can loosen this up and do like this. Nope, that's not going to work either. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Just have to experiment with these things and see how they work. There we go. Guys, welcome. If you're just joining us, thank you for being here. I know it's an unusual time. It is, we're going to try and get down here to Fremont Street a little bit early this evening. So we'll go ahead and get moving here. Get the drive started, the live drive. Thank you all again so very, very much for being here and joining us on this Saturday evening on the East Coast, approaching 7 p.m. But this is actually a better time for a lot of the folks on the East Coast. So if you're on the East Coast, thank you for being here on this Saturday evening. We're approaching 4 p.m. in the afternoon here on Saturday. And we have this place over here called Dimes. It's a gentleman's club of some sort there, it looks like. I'm not familiar with it, but I've gotten a lot of requests from folks who've asked and said, hey, can you go into the XYZ Gentleman's Club? And I'm like, no. They're not going to let me film in there. And so, always have to be careful with that sort of thing. It's a Sunset Road, and here just in front of us, we have the Town Square right there. Dining, entertainment, shopping complex right in front of us there. And now we're heading up back up here to Las Vegas Boulevard so that we can turn northbound. And actually, I'm going to get in this lane right here. Michael, welcome. Thank you for being here. I know I'm starting really early, so apologies for that, but I wanted to get down to Fremont Street a little bit earlier here this evening, so we could catch a little bit of Sugar in addition to some of the other bands down here on Fremont Street on this Saturday night. Oh goodness, I don't know my password. I can't enter. Well, so much for that idea. But we are streaming live here on Instagram and on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Also, please check out Vids from Mike, VIDSFROMMIKE here on YouTube. Does some sensational sunrise and sunset videos here in Vegas. And even if you're not into that, although they're really phenomenal, he also does some other all-natural type of things, like Gold Butte National Monument here in Nevada, which is really cool. You don't want to miss that. And as long as the wind permits, he'll get out there and do some awesome kind of cloud time-lapse videos with the weather and stuff, which is really, really cool. Especially here in the desert, because we never get to see that sort of thing here, unfortunately. But here in the center median right in front of us, we have the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign right here. And crowd of folks out here looking to get their opportunity in front of the sign. It was a good thing they finally decided to. 59, yes sir, very cool. Thank you, Michael. Very cool stuff. Pinball Hall of Fame right over here off to the right. I am going to get in there one day. There's no cost for admission. Just have to pay for whatever games you play in there. So I do need to get in there. It's just a little tough with you know, the work schedules and watching our sons and all that. It's been a little bit difficult. My wife gets off at about 9 p.m. so Diamond Inn, it says there. Doesn't look like nope, it's not in operation anymore. Right there. And then $4.09 a gallon for regular unleaded here at the Shell gas station. Right here on our right. $3.99 a gallon for diesel. And then over here on the left you have Mandalay Bay. So this is the backside of Mandalay Bay, but you have the foundation room up there, which is really, really cool at the very top floor. If you look at the very top up there, next to where the letters Mandalay Bay are, just to the left of the M, you see some windows up there. That's what it looks like on the other side where the foundation room is, only there are no windows. It's just opening there. So you can go in there and buy yourself a drink or, you know. Joan Jett, wow. Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. Huh. From what I hear, she loves rock and roll. She also hates herself for loving someone, too. Panda Express liquor outlet, Sayulitas. That is a Mexican/Filipino fusion, I guess I dare call it, right there. So we've got some new laws coming into effect very soon. So I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but cannabis products, CBD, etc., they're not allowed to contain THC, which is of course the active ingredient in that sort of thing, within 1,500 feet of the Strip or Fremont Street. But they have been advertising, you know, cannabis, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So now the state legislature has decided, okay, we need to have some clarity and clarification here for these places that are selling this stuff because people are getting confused. So now they have to have signs up out front saying, you know, this is not the stuff that's gonna, you know, make you go bonkers for in and out. They see the top of the Luxor there, but I got this truck here next to me. There we go. And it's Pyramidal Splendor. There we go. There's a good look at it. With the, is that a Lynx or Phoenix? One of those. My Egyptian history is wanting. Joan Jett, huh? She's still going. Well, I guess they had Rick Springfield down on Fremont Street last year, and he's 75, so I guess as long as these guys can get out of bed, why not? What else are they going to do? Go be greeters at Walmart. And then over here is the castle for Excalibur, where there is no bellhop, no valet. And service is probably not as good as you might hope when you come here to Vegas. What is this thing on the right? It is called Aristocrat Gaming. Every play is an experience. Okay. You guys see that, and in the back of it looks like a dragon there. I don't know what they're doing there. Obi-Wan, welcome. Thank you for being here. Sorry for the early start. I wanted to get down to Fremont Street early this evening. But so is this an ad for Buffalo? The Buffalo games? Because I know Buffalo's like a big deal. But Aristocrat Gaming, I'm not familiar with that name. Not familiar with that name at all. Con Dios. What does that say on that Tahoe right there? Oh. Todo es posible. So, every day, everything is possible? Something like that. Dios, I think it's day. Oh, and they're playing music of some sort here. Oh, and then here's your disclaimer. Gambling problem? Contact the U.S. National Problem Gaming Helpline. Sure. It must be, I know, yeah, because Buffalo is such a huge, I know so many of the streamers that I watch here in town, they love Buffalo. Noided, thank you so much for being here on Instagram. I just looked over. Thank you guys so very much. Paula, thank you for being here. There is the big, gigunda-sized lion out there in front of the MGM Grand, as well as the 2/5 scale Statue of Liberty, 40% of the size of the one in New York Harbor there. And so Not Leaving Las Vegas was out here last night at like 11 p.m. and it was kind of crowded around, like he was at Caesars, and Caesars looked kind of crowded, but once he left Caesars, it really wasn't that bad. The Buffalo Slappers, okay, good, thanks, Mike. Yeah, so they're driving around advertising, but I don't even know why they need the advertising. Everyone seems to love that stuff. They love the Buffalo games. I hear them walking around the casino, Buffalo! And of course, being a Miami Dolphins fan, it just infuriates me hearing that. Like, no! I only think of Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback. I only think of Josh Allen when I'm changing my child's diaper. That's the only time I think of Josh Allen. Apologies to all you Bills fans, but they have been a source of torture for me for a NKO TV, I saw that, yeah. So they have totally run out of ideas, right? So Backstreet Boys at the Sphere next month, right, in July. NKO TV. Making them, yes. Yes. Exactly, Obi-Wan. Yeah, it's gonna get a, okay, yeah, run the red light there, taxi. So there we go. There is our view of the Bellagio. And then of course Caesar's Palace right there. I wonder if they have a bank of phones. Bank of payphones. Ray Romano, wow. So they're doing a lot. Usually the summers, you know, with the heat and everything, people are not inclined to head over to Vegas, but they're definitely putting on some headliners all over the place here. But yeah, with like Backstreet Boys and NKO TV, New Kids on the Block. Goodness. We've gone back to the 90s. Although, New Kids, they came out with an album like back in, what was that, like 2013 or something? 2014? Remix. I Like the Remix, I think was the name of the song. Not yet, Obi-Wan. They're talking about it. The sheriff here really wants red light cameras. In the worst way. But it hasn't happened yet, thankfully. But it's very pretty. Yes, Paul, absolutely. Caesar Bellagio and Caesar Palace over there. Yeah, Caesars was pretty busy last night. And I know the people in Steven's stream were saying, why are all the girls dressed up in those, skimpy dresses and stuff like that? And it's, well, they have nightclubs in there. Omnia, for instance, is there, so. And then Resorts World, which we're coming up on here in just a little bit, they announced this week that not only are they doing free parking at the back garage, right? Because the one that's closest you still have to pay at to park. There's Bellagio. But now, no resort fees through, like, I think Labor Day? No fountains today. Oh, I didn't know that. Very good, Mike. Thank you. I did not know that. Huh. And I know, and I also read that they passed a law that's supposed to take effect, I think, October 1st, that if the winds are above 15 miles an hour, you cannot have a bounce house. That's going to ruin a lot of birthday plans. Because how do you plan for that? Right? I mean, you got a birthday party in a month. You don't know what the weather's going to be like, in a month. And of course, living here as we do, Mike, the winds whip up out of nowhere a lot of times. And we don't know when that's going to happen, so. There's going to be a lot of unhappy children out there, that's for sure. They'll probably just have to bring out a clown or something like that. Distract them. Tony, welcome, brother. Thank you for being here. And Paula, back over here. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here, especially early. I wanted to try and get some of Sugar's live stream here this evening. Because usually they go at 11 p.m., but this evening they're doing it early. So Robin Thicke is performing down here, and he only had one song that I know of, Blurred Lines. And to me, the song wasn't good enough to go stand in line, and then you got to go through security and all that and have them pat you down, blah, blah, blah. So I really don't have any interest in Robin Thicke. But nevertheless, Sugar's performing at 5 Pacific here. See Sir Caesar Palace there. Snake Pit, welcome, buddy. Thank you for being here. Right on. Jimmy Kimmel here at the link, for anyone interested in him. And then passing Caesars along with the Nobu Hotel and the Forum shops over here. And this is where Las Vegas Boulevard starts to curve to the northeast. And pretty much the same goes for the Interstate 15 as well. But you can see the progress they're making there at the Hard Rock guitar-shaped hotel. Still not seeing the, it'll probably narrow as it goes further up, I would guess. But there she is, going up. Very, very big floors there, at least the lower floors. But that's a good thing, though. I mean, I know that's like the latest trend with a lot of these casinos. Yes, thank you, Michael. Right on. Treasure Island over here off to the left with Gillies, which fronts the strip right here. And then, of course, Palazzo. And the pirate ships over here. But, of course, they don't do the shows there anymore at TI. Go back to Treasure Island, freak. You guys remember that from Dodgeball? Al. Oh, yes. How was it? I was going to ask you that. How was Weird Al last night? Thank you, Steak Pit. You're awesome, buddy. Yeah, Weird Al. So we looked him up last night because we were like, how old is he now? 65. Weird Al is 65 years old now. We saw he's losing some of his hair there as he came out on the stage because someone did a video of him. I don't know if it was pre-packaged or what, but yeah, they did a video of him walking out, and you could see a little bit of baldness. But there is Resorts World, guys, with one free parking garage and no resort fees through Labor Day weekend in September. So there you go. Now, will the rest of the Strip casino resorts follow suit? We'll see. Nice, Michael. So they said that he did a whole bunch of songs, like 80s songs and stuff. So that he was doing like the parodies and stuff again, like Because I'm Fat and stuff. All that goofy stuff. Yeah, it was weird. I was looking it up last night, and it said its first name is Alfred, and I'm like, ugh. And then I realized, well, Alfred, okay, I guess that makes sense. Peppermill over here off to the right. Good for breakfast, from what I understand. I've never been there. Been to the one in Reno, but that one includes a full-on casino resort down south of downtown up there. And then over here is the $5 billion with a B dollars Circus for sale, along with Slots of Fun next door to the McDonald's there. Slots of Fun has some old slot machines in there if you guys are fiending for old Vegas. They do have some of the old ones in there from what I understand online. Try and keep on top of that stuff for you guys. Tim, welcome. Thank you for being here. Right on. And then we have, I think, so this one is Allure. Yeah, this one's Allure, and it's a condo here on the left. And then Sky is on Sahara, I think, which is, it looks pretty much the same. But nonetheless, they all have, you know, like $1 million a month HOAs. Not really, but... Ooh, look at this. AMG SLK 350. Little baby Benz. Very nice. If you're here from the East Coast, thank you guys for being here. We usually do this at about, 5:30-ish Pacific, 8:30-ish Eastern. Wanted to do an early one here this evening. So, thank you for joining, especially if you're on the East Coast. And thank all of you for joining, because you guys could be out there doing anything on your Saturday. But I'm very grateful that you guys are here, cruising with me. So we have Avenue Fontainebleau. Okay, I was wrong again. So this is Sky right here on the left. Sky, Las Vegas. And so Allure is the one up to the left of Strat right there. The white building to the left of Strat. But, yeah, so they do have some residences here, of course, on the Strip. And it's funny when you talk to a lot of locals, everyone assumes, a lot of visitors, I should say. When you talk to a lot of visitors, everyone assumes, they're like, oh, so you live on the Strip then? Nope. Nope, you'll find most people that live here do not live on the Strip. In fact, the people that do all live on the Strip, those are usually second or third homes for a lot of them, so. From what I understand. Look at the traffic light masts. They said we had a wind warning and a red flag warning right now all day today. It's very, very dry, and they didn't want folks out there setting up campfires and things of that nature with all this crazy wind. But yeah, you can see the winds buffeting the traffic light masts right there in front of us. Sunday at the fairgrounds. Right on, Toady. Indiana, oh wow, yeah. Oh, you got a big game coming up tomorrow. Game 7, huh? Yeah, it is a nice car, man. It's the AMG, that's top of the line right there. Those things are fast. Yeah, and the car is actually, I can feel the car bouncing around a little bit from the wind. The temperature outside, car reads 117, but again, that's because it's picking up heat from the pavement. I think officially we were supposed to be able to like 97 today. And that's where they take, of course, they take that official reading down there at the airport inside of a box, that's inside of a cooler, that's inside of a fan, that's inside of an air conditioning unit there at the airport. Because it never feels like what they say it is down at the airport, but that's all right. I grew up in South Florida, and I always theorized, because of course during the summer down there, they always say it's like 92, 93 degrees down there, but it's 100% humidity, right? So your feels like is going to be what, 110 and above, but they don't want to scare the tourists away, right? That would scare the tourists away. So they just, you know, underreport a little bit. That's all. Just don't tell the truth, because we don't want to scare all the tourists away, which is really a kind of a sad indictment of Vegas, to be honest, because you would think that with all the growth here, we'd really be trying to court some big businesses to try and relocate here, especially from high-tax states. Not to name names, California. .108. Oh, wow. Yeah, and you guys have the humidity there, too. Yeah, and Tim, you know what's funny? I just drove past, believe it or not, I drove past, I don't know if you ever saw the show, Pawnee Lane here. Here you go, guys. Oh, no, I thought that was a Rolls. Never mind. It's only a Chrysler 300. Yeah, Pawnee Lane here. I didn't realize we had one. It is hot, yeah. Goodness. Yeah, one of the guys that I know from the Star Trek conventions that I go to here every August, he lives, I think, in southern Indiana. And he's always talking about trying to move here. I'm like, well, you know, it's hot is hot. It doesn't matter, you know. Bonanza, world's largest gift shop right there. CBD products, it says there, but of course, they've got to be a little more clear on that in the future. And so here we come up to the Strat and the Welcome to City of Las Vegas arches right here in front of us. 60 people in here. Please like and subscribe if you're new. We really appreciate all of you being here. Also, please check out vids from Mike. My buddy Mike, he does sensational sunrise and sunset videos here on YouTube. So please check him out. VIDSFROMMIKE. And we do this every Saturday night, usually at about 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. But we wanted to start a little bit early tonight because one of the beloved local bands here named Sugar, it's an all-female band. A lot of people online seem to love them. So they start performing this evening at 5. So I wanted to go down here and capture as much of their show as I can. So started the live stream, the live drive a little bit early for that reason this evening, but I'm very grateful that you guys are here. 65 of you, thank you guys so very, very much. And you see the showgirls right here in front of us, the 50-foot tall showgirls right here at this fork in the road between Main Street and Las Vegas Boulevard. And they have some dice as well as some poker chips down there right on the sidewalk that you can take pictures with as well. So that's pretty cool. Hey Mark, welcome. So yeah, I did not intend to post that photo. I intended to post another photo of that. So I messed up, but I'm gonna repost that photo later on. But yeah, I messed up and posted the wrong one because the caption didn't match the post initially, and I know it went up there differently. So yeah. It's gonna be. I'll take care of it in the future, though. So apologies for that, Mark. And over here we've got Atomic Golf right here, where you can go practice your swing. And of course, the Top Gun attraction is supposed to be back here too. But this is the area known as starts with an N, ends with a D, and it's usually what people are when they get into the shower. I can't say the word because I don't want to get in any trouble or anything, but that word, and then city. So you see this here, they have downtown Las Vegas signs. So here is the Arts District, guys, and I'm trying to show you some. Look at these breweries in here. Some of these are really packed. Now, a lot of the breweries in here, they don't have food, or if they do, the food is located at a restaurant next door. So a lot of times you'll end up with kind of two tabs, but they're trying hard. I mean, kudos to the city for them trying to build up the Arts District here in between Fremont Street and the Las Vegas Strip. Now, I'm going to try and turn around because we got some people over here. But a little bit of Hollywood movie history right here in front of us. Another Florida plate in front of us. All these Floridians moving to Vegas, huh? All right, let's pull in here and show you guys this. So you do have a bunch of antique shops and things of that nature up here too, all up and down Main Street. Really, really cool stuff. But this is what I wanted to show you. It's someone parked here that's kind of blocking it a little bit. It's blocking Allen there. But there is the Hangover mural from the third Hangover movie, where the guys were walking a la Abbey Road, a la the Beatles, there across Main Street, and that was right here. And I don't know if they changed some of the names around on the buildings like Hollywood does and stuff, but yeah, really cool stuff, especially if you're into Hollywood history, Hollywood movie history. And there's a whole bunch of other places that they filmed around here as well. So Caesars, a lot of the scenes at Caesars were actually done in LA, at the lots behind the studios. But Imperial Avenue, and there's Nevada Brew Works right there on the right. Soul Belly Barbecue. So two separate buildings, and again, the same thing. You kind of have to, you have two separate tabs for the most part. So, you know, it can be a pain, especially if you have two separate tips that you have to dole out. But that's all right. So we have a city marshal here. City marshals deal with anything going on, legal law enforcement type of issues here on city property. I think this is all privately owned, but there's Holstein's right there as well. Very, very cool place. They have some over-the-top milkshakes. The burgers are really good too. They used to be located there inside the Cosmo, but rent probably got a little too high or something, so they decided to relocate. And here they are in the Arts District here. So definitely check them out if you're in town. They again used to be in Cosmo. Really, really. I mean, they take these milkshake glasses, right, and they coat them in like either caramel or chocolate, and then put a bunch of sprinkles on them, and then they go ahead and throw you know, a whole bunch of ice cream and stuff into the milkshake, a ice cream milkshake and all that. And at the very top, they'll put like a slice of cake. It's just really over the top. Probably a week's worth of calories in that thing. So, coming back over here to Las Vegas Boulevard, in between the Strip and Fremont Street. So eastbound here on Charleston, you can see again, a lot of the area in here really needs some help. There's a lot of work still to be done, despite the fact that they're trying. Come play with us, it says there. Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum. And this little motel-looking place here that has been closed up. And then the auto title loan and payday loan place there is behind some chain link fences. Here northbound now, and some booze. Yes sir, absolutely, Michael. It's good stuff. I mean, I really enjoyed my time there. I need to check out the one here. We never get to go out and eat anymore. That's the problem. We've been wanting to actually go out and eat with vids from Mike. we've been talking about it, but it's hard because, you know, ever since I started doing this on Saturdays, and then Sundays I end up sleeping in because of Fremont Street, but that's another story. So here we go. We are passing gas right here, GASS, and more Hollywood TV history this time instead of movies. This is the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop right here. Located right here at 713 Las Vegas Boulevard. Look at it, it's packed. So if you guys have been a member, a subscriber of this channel for a long time, oh my goodness, this truck is really out there. Minnesota, that's a drive. You'll know that, especially in the winter months, this parking lot was empty. Completely empty. Let me see what I got here. Okay, let's get around you and around you. There we go. And I'm just going to circle around and make sure no one's coming down that alleyway there. So I'm not going to be able to hang out here long because it looks like we've got a bunch of people here. So this is Pawn Plaza over here, which was Rick's brainchild, opened up in 2015. Up there at the very top is Rick's bar, and you can share your picture using hashtag Pawn Plaza Vegas up there. He was there on Friday the 13th, last Friday. Rick Harrison was serving bar, tending bar. I missed that notification for whatever reason because I've been dying to get in. Okay, this guy wants to move. Okay, let's not back up into me, thanks. Wow. And then there's his barbecue place right there. Put some south in your mouth. Right there. Rick's bar upstairs, and it's got the little balcony out there so you can see it. Really, really cool stuff. And then right here, of course, the namesake, Pawn Stars. Right there. With the sign in the form of the number 1. So the building inside, if you've been inside or you haven't been inside, yeah. It's so they have a lot of items. At least when I was last in there, they have a lot of items from the show. Oh God, Tesla, what are you doing? Are you gonna move? Okay. Like they had the cannon. They had this cannon thing that someone came in and pawned. And I guess it was from World War II or something. They said, or not World War, the Civil War. And so I got a picture in front of that. That was cool. But yeah, a lot of people come in here and visit, and it's very, very expensive. The souvenirs and everything in here, very, very expensive. Debuted in 09, right on, Michael. Thank you. That's awesome. Love the backstories. That really helps fill in the blanks. Good stuff, Michael. So here is the front of the place. And you can see, oh, it's packed in there. It looked like it was standing room. Wow. They're doing well. That's a good question, Todd. I watched like the first 3 seasons of it, but I don't know. Has anyone watched it since he passed? I want to say yes, but I don't know for sure. And I cut the cord to cable like back in 2016, so I think that was around the time he passed, the old man / Rick's father. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. You know, you could tell these people were so emotionally attached to their items and stuff, and then Rick would be like, best I can do is $10. Oh, goodness. So, you know, they're like, what? And I mean, I get it, it's a business, you know, he's got to be able to turn around and sell it and all that, but... So this is the federal courthouse here on the right, where we had the protests last weekend. This was actually closed off, Las Vegas Boulevard, right here in front of the courthouse. They had a detour over to the right, over on 6th Street. No protests today. I've read that they want to do another protest on the 4th of July, and if that's the case, that's really going to gum things up here. in Vegas for 4th of July weekend. The 4th itself is on a Friday. Can someone explain to me this? Why do you have spikes? Are you trying to puncture tires? Someone next to you? I've seen this on a lot of, especially heavy trucks now. Like, what are they doing? New subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Canada's Glenn. No new episodes. 16 years. Wow. Goodness. That's wild. Yeah, I mean, there was another show, Carbonaro Effect, because my wife, Cinnamon and Jupiter. Also, please like and subscribe to Cinnamon and Jupiter here on YouTube. She does some awesome spirituality and astrology videos. And even if that's not your thing, if you could still like and subscribe, it would mean a ton to us. So please check her out. Throw her a like and subscribe and recommend her to your friends, neighbors, gardeners, mailmen, mail women, pilots, flight attendants, baggage handlers, bartenders, servers, law enforcement personnel, judges, lawyers, everybody. But this is Fremont Street right here. So the Fremont Street experience. Not overly busy right now at this hour. As we come up here to Ogden Avenue. I lost my train of thought. Apologies for that, guys. Lucky Cuss Motel. And then up there, that sign that says Elvis slept here in the median. The Normandy Motel. That was designed by the same woman that designed the Welcome to Las Vegas sign back in the day. But Las Vegas has done a fantastic job, in my humble opinion, of preserving a lot of these old signs. Which is ironic because they don't do a very good job of putting signs on roads and stuff like that around here. In fact, earlier today I found myself going down the wrong way on Wyoming Avenue on the east side of town because I couldn't tell that there was a separation between the median and the eastbound and the westbound lanes. So yeah, that was fun. But good times. Visual deterrent. Ah, very good. Okay, that makes sense. Like if you're on especially if you're on an interstate or something like that, and they've got the lanes narrowed because of construction or something. Yeah, that makes sense. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate you guys being here. Also, check out vids from Mike. VIDSFROMIKE. And Michael, can you drop that link for us, please? Sensational sunrise and sunset drone videos here on YouTube. You don't want to miss those. So this place is packed. This is the Mob Museum here, guys. They have this kind of artwork here, but a lot of the parked cars are blocking most of it. But it's still pretty cool. I have tickets to get in here. I still. And nice, thank you, Paula. Right on. Yes, thank you, Snake Pit. Snake Pit, when are you coming to Vegas? So here is the Mob Museum right here. 93 people watching. Thank you guys so very, very much. In its splendor and glory. This used to be the federal courthouse, and before that it was the U.S. Post Office here in downtown Las Vegas, but it has taken on new life now as the Mob Museum. Downtown Las Vegas. I'm gonna make this right here on the Stewart and go this way. Good thing about being out here at this time is we're not battling the sun. That's always fun. Amazing. Yeah, I need to get in there. I've heard so many good things about it. Too hot. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'll have to do it in November or maybe October. October's good because after like Halloween last year, everything just kind of fell off a cliff. The businesses and everything, like it's like people forget. It's like they start planning for the holidays right after Halloween and stuff. So nobody comes to Vegas. And then you had Veterans Day, which was not very well attended, in my opinion, down here. They had Gary Sinise and his band playing down here for Veterans Day, which was not the biggest crowd I've seen on Fremont Street for sure. And of course, nobody comes here for Thanksgiving, unless they're from overseas and Thanksgiving isn't a thing for them, but same story with Christmas. For those that don't celebrate, to stay down on the strip and stuff there on Christmas. Certainly not New Year's though, because everyone wants to be on the strip at doors there, directly at the ground level in front of us. The lights right above the doors, can you see them swinging there? You have to in this town. There's so many people that blow through red lights in this town. Always have to look both ways. It's just a very good habit to get into. I've seen so many T-bones from people just running red lights. And then because so many people don't have insurance, right, they just get out of the car and run. And leave the car behind. Now, I don't know how they don't think that it's going to get tracked back to them. I mean, even if it doesn't have a tag, it still has a VIN. And they'll take it back to the last known owner or whatever, but someone's out there telling these people, no, just get out of the car and run. So the Plaza Hotel and Casino right here on the right, another piece of Hollywood trivia, movie trivia history here. The facade of which was used in the movie Back to the Future 2, when it was Biff's Pleasure Palace. Right there you are. It's not the best view of it, but this is the west end of the Fremont Street experience right here. Golden Gate Hotel and Casino right there. That is the oldest casino in Las Vegas. First address in Las Vegas at 1 Fremont Street. First phone number in Las Vegas. That phone number, 1 back in the day. So we're gonna make a left here. I always like to come down here and oh, we got some pedestrians. So we'll wait for them. R2-D2, this guy's wearing a jersey that says R2-D2 77, which was the year the first Star Wars came out right there. That's cool. Shout out to Obi-Wan. Also, Star Wars. You guys see Liam Neeson is supposed to play in the new naked, or not, the new, shoot, I shouldn't have said that word. The new, is it the N ending in D word gun movies? God, I shouldn't have said that word either. Pew pew movies. Oh my goodness. So here we go. Right down in front of Golden Nugget, where you can see $50. Unclothed firearm, very nice. Very nice, I like it. $50 to park if you're not a hotel guest here at the Golden Nugget on the weekends. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday they do that. And there's a Metro unit sitting right there. And then you actually have the Clark County Detention Center. I believe it's, we're right there on the left. Just past the parking garage there. I believe that's it. With those little, like, 2-inch slats that serve as windows. Yeah, they're remaking everything. They've run out of ideas. Like music, they've run out of ideas. Movies, they've run out of ideas. You know what I miss? I miss going to the theater and watching a movie. I haven't done that since, I think I went to see The Expendables against my will back in like 2015. And then I went to go see the second Expendables. I think that was 2016. I think those were the last ones, and that was it. Prior to that was the very first of the new Star Wars movies, and that was 99, I think. Something like that. Casino Center Boulevard. We're going to drive up through the middle, the heart there. Liam Neeson, Frank Drebin. Can you believe that? And he's always so serious, Liam Neeson. Like, how's he gonna pull that off, right? That's a stretch. Are they gonna bring Priscilla Presley back? Of course, now with AI nowadays, they could have probably brought Leslie Nielsen back with AI anyway, and all that. Given all the technology they've got out there. Frank Drebin's son. Ah, yes. Hey, GIB67. I don't know, and we don't want to get into that on this channel. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. And B, because yeah, I just want to stay away from that. So Carson Avenue here that they are tearing apart down here downtown. And now going, and this is always the fun part when you go up here and you run into the much more clearly right there in front of Stop Here on Red. Okay. And they've got a playing card up there. What was that, the Two of Clubs they had show up there? Yeah, still it's a little light for the crowd right now at 10 to 5. Car still says 117. You know, that's definitely a little hyperbolic in my opinion, but go ahead and get over in this lane here. Steak and Shake, as well as Tony Roma's located in here. HHR right there. Pizza Rock here in downtown Las Vegas. It's either Pizza Rock or Evil Pie, named for Evel Knievel. And we will cross here. Gold Spike right there, open 24/7, of course. World famous, it says. And it's got like 5 or 6 floors of hotel there. Oasis parking lot daily, max $15 to park in there, it said. So we'll go right here onto Las Vegas Boulevard, head down to Fremont. And make a left here onto Fremont. Guys, thank you so very, very much for being here. 66 of you. Please like and subscribe if you're new, especially. Also hit that notification bell so that you know when new videos are posted. Open 24 hours, Ibarra's. Rent a food truck. They do a pretty brisk business, especially after about 9 p.m. It is really good business they have there. And then 350 pounds you eat for free. Over 350 pounds you eat for free in there. Man on a horse right there in front of us. That used to be out in front of the Hacienda, where Mandalay Bay is now. And we've got a biker here that's... Oh, you had a red light. You faked me out, buddy. Good job. He came flying around that car in front of him, and I didn't realize I had a green light. Oh well. These things happen. So right here on the right, or on the right as we're about to turn, is Inspire, the former Inspire nightclub. And it's been for lease for a long time. They've got a lot of LED lights up, and it looks nice at night. And they have a mural right there for Tony Hsieh. 1973 to 2020. Wow. 47. There's Evil Pie right there. Still too hot out there for them to have the doors open. Lucky Day Tequila and Mezcal House. There's the former Therapy that is supposed to reopen under new management and new name and everything else. And then of course El Cortez Prime Rib, 1999 right there. Gambling and their new roulette bar, it's called. Oh, buffering, my bad. Let me get us out of here. Oh, crossing 6th Street here. And so, yeah, there's the side of El Cortez and the aforementioned roulette bar. Then, of course, you have Container Park over here with the praying mantis that snorts fire out of his antenna. cool stuff down here. Great photo ops for sure. And once you pass what is known as that pink slipper back here, word on the street has it, that one right there, you don't want to go any further than that. Down Fremont. So, that's just what I've heard from other people. You know, they've worked hard to try and improve the district down here, but it's just not there yet. And there are a lot of calls for service in this area, for sure. So we're going to continue eastbound here on Fremont Street. This is the Fremont Street that most folks never see down here, but they do have these mannequins literally hanging out. You can see one right there in yellow on the street light, street pole. There's a pink one right there, a beigeish one there, and a blue one, and a green one. Really, really cool stuff. And another pink one. And then, of course, we have to show you the big rig jig right here at Ferguson's. That is just really, really cool. Very cool stuff. Ferguson's actually, it's a collection of like different restaurants and shopping in there. Definitely sketchy areas, yes. Yes, thank you, Michael. Yeah, it's 92. Wow. I don't think we've hit that mark before during the live drive. That's awesome. I hope everyone liked and subscribed, and also please check out vids from Mike and Cinnamon and Jupiter here on YouTube. VIDSFROMMIKE. Plane spotting and sunrise and sunset drone videos. Very cool stuff. See these old shut down motels here lining Fremont Street. Siegel Suites. That's a chain around town. There's a 7-Eleven. There's another Siegel Suites right there. Daily, monthly, weekly. Hiring at $20 an hour. To do what? I'm sure it's like, I think it's probably like housekeeping or something like that. Welcome. Yes, we are live here on Fremont Street on this Saturday afternoon, approaching 5 p.m. in the big city. So we're going to turn around, guys. I'm going to find a place to park, and I'll go ahead and end the stream. But please do join me here in a few for Sugar, local Las Vegas band Sugar, live, performing at the Main Street stage down here on Fremont. I'm just going to find a place to park, and hopefully I can perch myself right in front of the stage there and get you guys a great view. They do a lot of rock, a lot of like 2000s rock as well, like, you know, Blink-182 and things like that. Old Firebird here in front of us. Michael Knight. So very, very much for being here. And then and they've risen in popularity. I mean, when I say risen, it's like skyrocketed in popularity. Oh my. What is this guy doing? Last time I live streamed them, they were also live streaming Sugar, and I was like, wow. Bear in mind, there's 2 other stages with 2 other bands playing, and no one was live streaming from those. I know because I looked. So I was like, wow. That's wild. Nicest rooms on Fremont, it says right here at Siegel. I'm sure that could be contested, right? But absolutely, Brother Michael. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Down channel, it is the journey, where what happens in Vegas stays right here on the Vegas Down channel on YouTube. We're so grateful for you guys. I hope you will join us here in no more than 30 minutes, it should be. We will see you guys soon. Thank you, guys.